You're listening to The Sizzle on Iron Skillet Radio and Iron Skillet Television.
You know who it is. You know what it is. It's The Sizzle in the building with another hot 5 in 5.
If you missed what we're talking about, the New York Times reported that Jon Gruden used misogynistic and anti-gay language in numerous emails during a 7-year period that ended in 2018. The Times story came after ESPN's Adam Schefter, who will join us at 8:30 Eastern, reported the NFL had sent the Raiders additional Gruden emails to review following the release of disparaging emails about DeMaurice Smith and Roger Goodell. Here's Jon Gruden's statement. Quote, I have resigned as head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. I love the Raiders and do not want to be a distraction. Thank you to all the players, coaches, staff, and fans of Raider Nation. I'm sorry I never meant to hurt anyone. Raiders owner Mark Davis released a statement. Quote, I have accepted Jon Gruden's resignation as head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. End quote. The emails were sent while Jon Gruden was working for Monday Night Football as a lead analyst. An ESPN spokesman said in a statement, quote, the comments are clearly repugnant under any circumstance.
To say that this is stunning doesn't even begin to describe how we all should feel right now. Couple of things. Number one, yesterday, you weren't here. I was of the mindset that Jon Gruden shouldn't be fired, shouldn't be suspended, because it was one email from 2011. And then the next thing you know, this avalanche arrived last night. And you learned that it wasn't one email, but many. You learned it wasn't one email that happened in 2011. It was emails that started in like 2010 all the way to 2011, all the way to 2018. And let's get into the particulars, because before I even say all of that, let me say this. Jon Gruden's career is over. It's over. There's certain things that we are the land of second chances. People make mistakes all the time, and we get all of that. But I cannot imagine even a white male with influence and connections and some degree of power that can overcome what the New York Times reported and what we all now know.
This is not going to go well for the NFL. So once again, Jon Gruden could be a scapegoat for right now, but the bigger issue is the National Football League. Bill Roden was on Charles Below last night. Here's what he had to say about the whole situation.
I'm not surprised that Gruden is who he is. You know, Jon Gruden is the kind of guy, if you call me up and say, Roden, man, I saw Jon Gruden defecating in the middle of the street, I believe you. Wow. I don't feel that way about most people, but some people are just like that. You know, he's going to take the fall, but there's a whole bunch of these cockroaches who are part of his crew who laughed at his jokes, who basically emboldened him, who are going to kind of recede back to their little dark corners and just be smarter about it. You know, so you get rid of him, but by no means do you get rid of this kind of cancer.
And to be clear here, this was not one email that included a lot of insults. This was a 7 or 8 year stretch of emails from him. Now, people ask, who in the world was he talking to this comfortably that he would say these things? Well, on these emails, Bruce Allen, who's the former president of the Washington football team, they were being investigated for workplace toxicity by the NFL. Also on the email, the co-founder of Hooters, another executive with a restaurant chain in Tampa, and also an executive that used to run a college bowl game. So they were on the emails. And NFL initiate change, right? The Inspire Change initiative they have. The focus of that is to together create positive change in communities across America. Female referees, the players wearing patches on their helmets, inspire change. All of this is happening out front and behind the scenes. This is not just some guy. This is an influential member of the NFL who is speaking behind the scenes as the antithesis of everything they're trying to put out publicly. That is a problem for the league.
when Jon Gruden got the job, he sent Khalil Mack away. He sent Amari Cooper away. And those guys had to figure out what our future is going to look like. Coaching staff changed. That's the nature of what this league is. So this is disheartening, one, because of absolutely what Jon Gruden has on his hands, but it also affects the livelihood of other guys. He puts you in an unknown phase when you are coaches that's doing it the right way and trying to be an example in this league of what it's supposed to be like. But this is a player-driven league. And I know we get enamored with coaches and we love talking about how great they are and the jobs that they do. The responsibility falls on Derek Carr and the leaders on that football team to determine how are they going to go about the rest of this season. Because ultimately, Jon Gruden ain't going to pay your damn bills.
The NFL had a problem with you having him coach on those sidelines this past Sunday.
Absolutely.
So
that the NFL's on the right side of things.
Well, not just that.
Well, of course.
The NFL, I mean, how the hell did the New York Times get that information?
Yeah.
It damn sure wasn't from Mark Davis.
Yeah.
Make sure that you follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Iron Skillet Sports. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to Iron Skillet Sports on YouTube at Iron Skillet Sports.